To help keep it modern, River Hospital in Alexandria Bay is getting $10 million. 7 News reporter Mark Mason Jr. talks with the hospital's interim CEO to learn more.
In 2019, Alexandria Bay's River Hospital's largest renovation project began. 5 years later, they've received the funding to finish the second half.
I think it's great that New York State has awarded us a second grant to complete our transformation project of the facility. And we are able to take those funds and complete the renovations that we started with the last grant that concluded in 2019.
The hospital received a $10.7 million grant from New York State's statewide healthcare facility transformation program 3. Governor Hochul's office says the goal is to improve patient care by supporting high-quality facilities serving the inpatient, primary care, mental health, substance use disorder, and long-term care needs of communities throughout the state.
We'll be modernizing the entire inpatient unit with new patient rooms, and also doing some work to the ancillary areas in the lower level.
Tiernan says new bathrooms will be in all of the patients' rooms when previously there were none, and the rest of the money is going towards
an overhaul and complete modernization. We do try to find grant funding wherever we can get it. So I think if there were funding in the future, it would be focused more towards expansion of ancillary and diagnostic services for the community.
According to Tiernan, construction will start after the plans are finalized and is expected to be completed in 2028. Mark Mason Jr., 7 News.